Hello and welcome to our next video. In this video we are going to do a short review. We are going to review multiplying a monomial by a polynomial. So often you'll hear this being called expanding. So we are going to expand and you would collect any like terms if possible. For our first example, we have 4 times x plus 2. So what we're going to do here is we're going to distribute that 4 into the x and into the 2. So I'm going to multiply 4 by x, and I'm going to multiply 4 by positive 2, which would make a positive 8. Here I'm going to multiply my p times p minus 7. So a monomial times a binomial. I'm going to distribute that p in through. So p times p is p squared, and p times negative 7 will be negative 7p. For my next example, I have a times a plus b. I'm going to multiply the a times the a. So using my exponent rules, I know that's going to be a squared. And then I'm going to multiply the a times the b, and that's going to give me a times b, which is ab. Here I have a monomial times a trinomial. So I'm going to multiply the 3, or distribute the 3, into every term. So I have 3 times x squared, which is 3x squared. I have 3 times negative 10x. So the 3 and the 10 make negative 30x. 3 times 15 gives me positive 15y. My next example, I have negative 7n squared. So I have to take that whole thing, that's a monomial, and I have to multiply that by every term inside the brackets. I'm going to multiply the negative 7 times the 5, so numbers with numbers, and I'm going to do letters with letters. So the n squared gets multiplied by the n squared, and using our laws of exponents, that would become n to the 4. I have a negative 7 times a positive 6, negative 42. N squared times n gives me n cubed. And then I have a negative 7 times a negative 10, which turns to a positive 70. I have an n squared and no other n's. It will remain n squared. And for the very last one, I made this one a little messier with bigger exponents on the letter. That is just a monomial. I have to take this 3x squared y and multiply it by the 5xy to the 7. And I have to take it and multiply it by that takeaway 4x cubed y to the 8, and then I put a z. I usually put a little line through my z when I'm writing it out, because sometimes my z and my 2's look the same. Okay, let's do piece by piece. I'm going to do the 3 times the 5, which is going to give me a 15. I'm going to do the x squared times the x, which is x cubed. I'm going to do, that's an exponent of 1, so y to the 1 times y to the 7 is y to the 8. Now I'm going to distribute to the second term. So 3 times 4 is negative 12. I have an x squared and an x cubed. So when I multiply numbers of the same base, I add the exponents. I have a y to the exponent 1 times y to the 8 makes y to the 9. And then I had the z that was there in the second term, and it had nothing else to go with it. So that was just a quick little review on how to multiply a monomial times a polynomial. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.